On a blazing hot summer day, a young woman decided to go exploring in the forest. She walked for hours, breathing in the fresh air, enjoying the singing of the birds. When her phone informed her that it was almost p.m., she started to look for a suitable place to pitch her tent for the night. She found a beautiful clearing surrounded by tall trees. In the center stood a huge oak, its branches forming a natural canopy overhead. The young woman unpacked her things quickly, eager to rest. As the sun dipped below the horizon, she crawled into her tent and soon drifted off to sleep. But at midnight, she was awoken by a strange sound, a crackling noise that seemed to be coming from all around her. She sat up in her tent, her heart pounding. Something was definitely wrong. The air grew heavy, every breath harder. Then she saw it. Through the mesh of her tent, she saw orange flames spreading fast. The forest was on fire. Panic surged through her. What did she do? Should she call for help? But there was no reception out here. She was all alone. The fire was advancing closer and closer, driven by the wind. In a matter of minutes, it was at the edge of the clearing. Terrified, she grabbed her emergency bag, the one with all her survival gear. She didn't even bother to put on her shoes, her bare feet hitting the cold, hard ground. She ran into the dark wilderness, crashing through the undergrowth. All around her, the forest was a fiery inferno. The towering trees, once her sanctuary, now roared with an anger she had never heard. Flames licked at the sky, turning night into day. The heat was unbearable. She could feel the flames all around her, hear the trees exploding one by one. Coughing and spluttering, she stumbled on, desperately searching for an escape. But the fire seemed to be everywhere, blocking her path. The wind shifted, bringing with it a fresh wave of heat. The trail she had been following disappeared in the smoke. She was utterly lost. Her lungs burned with each step, each breath a torment. Was this the end? Was she going to die here, trapped in this fiery hell? No, she couldn't give up. The thought of her family, their worried faces, spurred her on. She had to get out of there, had to survive. She pushed herself harder, ignoring the flames that danced just beyond her vision, their heat scorching her skin. Through the smoke and the flames, she saw a glimmer of hope, a break in the line of fire. With a surge of adrenaline, she made a mad dash for it. She burst out of the trees and onto a small rise. Below her, she saw a lake, its surface reflecting the fire's glow. Without hesitation, she raced down the hill. The soft, muddy ground sucked at her feet, slowing her down. But she didn't care. She had made it to the lake. Gasping for breath, she stumbled onto the shore and sank to her knees. Tears streamed down her face, her body trembling with exhaustion and fear. But she was alive. She had survived the night in the forest. As the first rays of sunlight touched the horizon, she looked back at the forest. The fire was still raging, but she knew that she was safe. The forest had been her home, her happy place, and now it was a fiery tomb. But she was grateful for the life that still burned brightly within her. This experience changed her forever. She had stared into the face of death and come out the other side. Now, whenever she saw a fire, she was reminded of the strength she had found within herself, the will to survive, the hope that had guided her through the darkness. The forest may have burned, but her spirit was unbroken.